Hi, Christy and Katie. I'm going to show you your website, and I'm going to then make the website live so you can go into the website, you can see the website, and I'm going to do a little preliminary training for you right now, okay? So get ready. This is your website. This is what's called your back end up here, all right? We're going to go through each one of those tabs. I want you to, I'm going to make it live temporarily so that you guys can not only look at it, but you can also, show it to some people. I wouldn't really, I guess you could order some things if you want, but I haven't really tried that yet. Let's just keep it to design only right now, okay? And functionality. Because I haven't added any coupon codes in here yet. It says 20% off new collection. We haven't set up your email address yet. We have it, but you're not getting it yet. So these are some of the things I want to do before you encourage people to buy anything. We should be able to do that fairly quickly though, okay? So take a look at the website. Now, I need your full names, first and last names. I can't recall where you're at, Christy, I think you're Macmillan now, but I'm not really sure. And then an email address, which is going to be for this website, meaning this is where you're going to be able to reset a password and that email, okay? So I'm going to set you up with, you're going to email to me your full name, first and last name, and an email address that you want correspondence from this website to go to. What email box is that? Now, this is not about the customers. That email address is going to be support at forevermybestie.com, and that's where you're going to get your notifications for your orders and everything else, okay? All right, so we're going to go in here. This is called your dashboard, so we're going to go to the dashboard once you have your username and password, and this is what's called your back end of your website, okay? A couple of very, very important things I want to tell you, and I'm going to probably repeat it a couple of times because it's that important, all right? Over here is your left-hand menu. Whenever I refer to the menu on the left, this is what I'm talking about, okay? So first of all, posts is going to be if you want to write articles or blog posts, that's what that's all about. Media, this is your media library, which is going to be where all the images live. Pages, this is going to be where all of the specific pages of the website are located. You're probably not going to be doing much with these for right now until if you wanted to, create your own pages in the future, you can. Comments section, this is where you can approve or deny any comments that would be on your blog, okay? Projects, this is going to be something that we're not going to be using. WooCommerce is your back end of your actual store, and we're going to go through that in a minute. Products, this is where all your products are at. This is going to be a very important place for you. We're going to go through that. Payments, this is where you can do disputes, you can look at your transactions, your payouts, and of course your settings. Gelato, that's the other print-on-demand company. Analytics, this is going to be some things that are more in the, exactly what it is, right? It's analytics. Marketing, this is where we're going to add in the coupon codes and that kind of thing. Merchant, these are modals that are going to be, I'm going to talk about that too. We're going to go through some of that in a little bit. This merchant, what that is that's going to give you things like buying things in bulk, bundling products together, different marketing things that we have available for you, okay? Appearance, this is where you're going to go into themes, design, customize. I'm going to say we're getting into these two places, appearance and plugins. I don't want you to go there. If you go there, you may risk messing up the website, okay? That would be for your administrator, who is me, to do this work in this back end here, okay? Appearance, this is your theme, customizing design, menus, backgrounds, all that kind of stuff, all right? And then plugins. So this is plugins. What plugins are they are like, we use the example of a car, right? So a plug-in would be an oil filter. A plug-in would be the radiator. A plug-in would be the transmission. So plugins are all the things that make the site work, all right? if you take one out or remove one or deactivate a plugin, you could really change the functionality of the website, because you can't run a car without it. If you take the transmission out, it doesn't run, right? So I don't want you to go into this area of plugins. I need you to have full access to the back end of this website, though, because there's going to be some things in here, that you're going to need to do or want to do. And so I could restrict you from going into this area, but I'm just going to warn you now, just don't do it, okay? You just don't want to go into the plugins or this appearance section. Now, I've had this conversation with many clients before, and literally 2 days after the conversation, they get in there and they start messing things up. And then I have to go in like a mechanic and try to diagnose what they did and what, could literally crash the website. So, in fact, I have a client that did that, and it was one of my charities that I'm a client. They're my client. They're a charity. It took a month for me to recover that website, and it cost them about $1,500 to do that. So just stay out of here, okay, guys? But I wanted to just show you real quick what that means. So in here we've got a couple different things. These are all your plugins right now, and so you can see that they're just different things. The integrations are here for your print on demand. That actually talks to those websites and gets the order to them and everything. So it's just really important stuff. And then you've got just all these other things that we have in here. So you'll see things like this legacy REST API, really super important. So if we did something, if we deactivated it or deleted it for some reason, it could really throw literally a wrench into the whole thing. All right, so enough about that. Same thing, tools, you don't really need to go into here. The tools section is going to be things that I would use on the back end to diagnose problems and stuff like that. Settings, same thing. You don't want to go into settings at all. So Yoast SEO, we're going to talk about that. Mail care, this is where all your security is at. And then Slider Revolution, this is the video on the front of it. And then we just have some of the theme information here. All right, so you get the gist. But it's just so important for me to really, really warn you not to go to certain places. All right, so let's start with products. And then if you're back here real quick, at the top, you'll see this little house. And this is for you to visit your site or visit your store. So if we go to the site, I'm going to click on that. And it's going to take me to the front page of the website. So here we are, okay? And then if I want to get back there, so you can see all these things up here. You really don't need to be messing with those either. And then if we want to go back, we're going to click on dashboard to get us back. This is still populating, so I'm going to let that finish itself up. Before I go back, keep in mind, I can change anything on this website. I really need you guys to really take a hard look at it now and tell me what you don't like, tell me what you do like. And again, if you don't like this section, I can change it. We can I thought it'd be kind of cool we can add whatever you want in this area, to be quite honest. But I like to have some kind of a promotional idea there. It's really important. So you guys take a look at the website. I'm going to go back to the dashboard. And what I'm going to do is open up this section, products. And I'm going to go to all products. All right. And so now we have all of the products that we have in here. I unfortunately clicked on that one. Go back to all products. Okay, so now you can see these are all the products that have been entered into the website. Okay, they're all in here. Now this is really important because I want you to kind of take a look at these and tell me, a lot of these are just sample products that I just put in just to build the store and build the website. Some of these here, custom memorial poster, heartwarming wall art for pet lovers. We're going to go down in this section. If you see it, once I hovered over the title, it gives me these options: edit, quick edit, trash, view, download, or duplicate. So in our case, we're going to view this product. And I want you to kind of go through each one and tell me what you know, if you don't want it in there. This one, the idea here was to be able to customize it, okay? And so we're going to say we want to customize this one. First, I need to pick a size, all right? And that's going to show me the size I chose. And then I'm going to click Customize Product. And this is just an example of what the user would experience. And so now you've got your little logo at the bottom there. And as the customer, I am going to bring in some media here. I'm going to upload pictures. I'm going to put in there this one here. I'm going to open it. And now I am going to bring it over. And now I am going to make it a little bit bigger. Alright. Can't really stretch it too much, so you really want to kind of just go with it like this, okay? And then we'll put that there. That looks pretty good. Is that straight? Yes, that's straight because I got a little thing up there. Alright. I'm going to add in some background color here. Let's try this one. If you have a background color, you can add a custom color. If you have the RPG color here, you can add in the different tones and stuff. And I'm just going to click OK. Let's see what that did. Huh, didn't seem to work for some reason. I don't know. I haven't tested this very much yet, so let's use a different color. Let's try this green one. Actually, let's try this one. Click OK. Huh, alright, well, let's figure that out a little bit later. We'll figure it out a little bit later. I think you need to put the color in first, probably here. But anyways, so let's just go in. This is a training for a different day, right? And then we're going to click Save and Proceed. You have to finish the design first, it says, and then we can save and proceed. Alright. And then it's going to show me. Then I'm going to add it to the cart. Okay. It's not showing any taxes yet, so I need to set you guys up for sales tax too. But I have a question about that with the print-on-demand companies, if they're charging tax over there. So I need to do a little research on that. I should have that wrapped up for you very soon. And then you've got your shipping. So we need to enter an address. I think that's probably why. So this is why I don't want anybody to order anything yet. You follow me? So we're going to proceed to check out. I think what I'll do, actually, just to safeguard this, is to put it on test transactions only, so that nobody can actually do anything quite yet, you know, because we're very close, but we're not completely there. I think by Wednesday we should be able to fully launch, if you guys can take a look at everything for me. Alright, so anyways, I'm going to actually just get out of this for right now. Oops, now I did the wrong thing. Okay. Back in here. Okay, So what I want to show you is I want to start by going back to Guten. Okay, here's Guten up here. I'm going to open this up. So in Guten, when you go into here, you're going to see the home page, and we're going to go to the home page right now. This is the home page of Guten when you first log in. What you're going to do is you are going to go to Stores here, and that's going to take you to Forever My Bestie. As you can see, we can connect to Etsy here. We can do the BigCommerce, the TikTok shop. We can connect that there. And then we can also do Amazon through here as well when we're ready, okay? But right now we're gonna click View Store. And so this is gonna show you the products that I've already put in, and I'm gonna show you how to do a product right now, okay? So we're first gonna go to the product catalog, and I'm trying to think of some of the things you guys wanted. Let's do. So what I like is this is the best sellers list, which means that these things are really selling big time. So I would really go with the you know, with some of these items. All right, let's just do a folded card, and we're gonna do a square orientation. I'm gonna do a single-sided print, and I'm going to do a matte cover, and I'm gonna do the 5.5 inch because it looks like that's all that's available for this size of this kind of a card. And I'm gonna do a pack of 10. All right, and then I'm going to continue. Click continue. So those are all your different options that you can have. All right. Now I'm going to find my design. I'm going to, if I need to upload the artwork, I can. Let's see. I think, yeah, let's upload something new. And let's try. Some really cute dogs in here, didn't we? Let's try this German Shepherd. He's really cute. I'll click open. Now I'm going to click select. So obviously, if you're doing things in Canva, you're going to have these different options, right? The card back, I think, would be fun to put in there your logo, right? And then we're going to apply changes. It's going to process the image. Okay, so there he is. Isn't he cute? If you wanted to, now there's some design options down here. So if you want to crop it, you click the crop, and that's going to allow you to just focus in on maybe this part of him or whatever, right? If you want to, let's see, we're not going to actually do that. Back to where it was. I don't like this white showing here on the card, so I'm going to slide that in a little bit. Now, if you wanted to show your logo in here, right, then you can go into this sizing, and that's going to size it for us. So we can change that if we want, and make it bigger, make it smaller. And then, you know, again, this is just a sample. I know we would clean that up by having the Forever My Bestie dog tag in there, and you can do that by sizing that, okay? If I wanted to undo what I've already done here, I can take this image and probably make it a little smaller like that, and now I can see the whole thing a little bit better. Now, in this case, it might be nice to have, you know, maybe a different background or something like that. So I'm not going to get into all those design specifics. My suggestion that I have for you is if you want to put any print in here, do it in Canva, download it on your download it and then upload it here under the bulk upload. Okay? That's the best way to go. All right. So we have an issue though, and I want to point this out. This is saying I'm getting a warning. And the warning is going to be about this DPI, it's called. All right. I know that they like it to be 300 or better. So what, if you notice, we've got this number here is 95%, and we've got a 316 DPI. So I want that to be 300 if I can. It can be a little bit more or less than that. So, 319, that's going to work. If you can find that happy medium. But if it's going to be at 300, we're going to be in good shape. All right? I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller, though. That's going to bring me to like the 326. I like that. That looks good. And then I'm going to click continue. That should do the trick for me. Now it's going to make the mock-ups. Mock-ups are your variations, which would show on the website. You're going to have your main image, and then you're going to have the mock-ups, which just shows you like the front and the back of the card. So that's going to show you the bigger size image. But here you can see what this card is going to look like when you have it. And then we're going to close that. And then I'm going to click continue. And one more thing. If you find that the system has put the wrong image in the main spot, if this is not the spot and you want this to be the main image, you just swap it out like that, okay? So we're going to swap that one back. So you can change that main image. It's really important on some of the mugs or glass, on the mugs, it might show us the back side of the mug that doesn't have the cute picture of the dog, and so you want to change that. All right, and click continue. And now what I'm going to show you how to do is using AI to create the rest of our product here. So how do we do that? I use Gemini. So I'm going to use Gemini. I have a developer, Gemini. Gemini is the AI for Google. And I'm going to click on Google Gemini. You can use ChatGPT if that's what you're used to, whatever you're used to using, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, first of all, I have one over here that I already did, so I'm going to go back to this one. I'm going to go up. Let's see. This one here. Let's see what else is in here. So once I tell it what to do, I can have it rinse and repeat, which is great. That's why I love using AI. All right, so this is my beginning here. All right, let's just start from scratch, actually. Start a new chat. I'm going to say, hello. Can you please write and create a product title for a stationary holiday themed card pack of 10 with an image on the cover of a German Shepherd dog wearing a Santa Claus hat with a Christmas tree in the background. The card is blank on the inside, so the user can write their own personal message and salutation. Okay, what else do I need it to do for me? I need it to give me a title, and I also need it to please also write the product description using, now I'm going to go back to my product here, and I'm actually going to go back to the part where it gives me details about this product, and let's see where that's going to be. No. It's going to be done editing. We're going to hit this back button. And here it is. It's C product info. So what we're going to do is just pretty much copy all this. So I'm just going to take it, scroll it. It's pretty good for right now, that section. I'm going to pop that in there. And I'm going to go back again. And I'm, oopsie. Sorry. And I'm going to get some more info here. We're going to take this one, go down. Keep going, baby. Okay. All right. And I'm going to Control C that, copy that, and then I'm going to go over to Gemini and I'm going to Control V. So everything is in there. All that product description that we need. Also, encourage the user to purchase this product for a gift for the holiday season or for themselves. We please write, this is really important, this part, please write a meta description, a focus, what is it called? Shoot. A focus statement, we'll just put. We want product tags separated by commas and relevant hashtags for social media. Then we're going to get, let's see, what else do I need here? Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, keep this cheerful and upbeat and persuasive to buy. Okay, now I'm going to click here, submit that. I know it seems like a lot, but once you just get in the, once you get used to it, it's really not that bad. But if I'm going to do about, 10 different cards, and I'm going to do 10 different titles and 10 different products, it's worth it to take the time up front to put in all that information so that your AI knows what you're looking for and what you need, right? We want it to be, you don't want to keep going back and forth and back and forth. You want to get as much information to the AI up front as possible, okay? So he says back, here's a complete product listing package tailored to your German Shepherd holiday cards. The product festive German Shepherd Santa greeting cards, blank inside holiday stationery, pack of 10. Great title. I think it's too much of a title, so I'm gonna chop it a little bit here. I'm just gonna use this part for the title. Whoopsie. I'm just gonna use this part for the title, just the festive German Shepherd Santa greeting. All right, I'm gonna go over here to my Guten, and we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna continue on here. We're gonna get to the section where I put in my product information. Now, the other thing is that it's going to default to this. It's going to have storage, and it's going to say storage first. And we don't want storage. We just want the store. Okay, so we're just going to uncheck that storage, click, and then we're going to get started. So now I'm going to put in my title, Control V that, and then I'm going to take this out, and then I'm going to go back over to Gemini, and I'm going to use the second part of this for a second title type of thing here, okay? So we're going to put that here, and then I'm going to just space down to there. Now I'm going to use the rest of this here. We want to kind of check it, look at it, see if I like it. Why you love the cards, customizable. It's got my product specifications there. It's got the card stock options. It's got all the different options here. Now we could let the customer choose if they want all these different options by choosing those variables when we first set up the product, but I'm just keeping it simple and trying to save time here. All right. So this is great. This is a great description. It's fun. It's got some emojis in there that are cute. That's where I want to keep it upbeat and cheerful. So I'm just going to copy this whole thing and go back over here, and I'm going to paste that there. And then over here, this only lets you put in your product tags one at a time. So we're going to do that over on the other side. All right. And then if you look at this, you can do these product options. It's defaulting to what we've already set up. All right. WooCommerce has a limit of 3 product options. So we're going to take this one out, sizes. All right, now we're going to do a collection here. I didn't add one in here yet. Collection means your categories, but if you click on that, you're going to see all of your categories from your website. I'm going to do the home and living, okay? And then because I'm still, editing this, I'm going to click push to store as a draft. What that means is that it's not going to be live on the store quite yet, all right? And then we're going to publish this to the store. So you'll see what I mean here. Keeping this really simple. But you can see how time consuming this is. That's why it's been taking me a while to build this store, to be honest. Everything is different. I think that what I would suggest is start throwing me some images without the Christmas backgrounds and stuff so that we can get some other products in there, because unfortunately, you only have about 10 days left, and I think that the shipping on these products, it's different for each one, and you can check the shipping in Guten here, and it'll tell you, how long. But actually, in the product information section, you can see how long it's going to take to ship. Okay, so you want to maybe go through the different products, and this is telling me I can order a sample if I want. But I think with it being so close to the holidays, I don't, you could try it with your friends and family, but I don't know that I would get out there and do too much, right? Okay, so now that it's done that, it's also created what's called an SKU number. So I'm going to need that SKU number. So I'm going to click on this, and I'll show you where to find that. And I don't know, we didn't set our pricing on this either. I forgot to do that. Uh-oh, can't do that, right? Gotta make some money. But let's take a look. So if we go to the bottom here, this is where your pricing is at. For a price for a product, for this, I would do probably for a pack of 10, if you go to the store, quite honestly, my formula for this is to take, let me grab my calculator. We don't know what the price points are going to be on these products because I haven't done a lot of research on that quite yet, but I will. And let's take $8 plus 120% equals $17.60. So I think that's definitely a good price. So 17.60 minus 8 equals $9.60. So I'm going to put in $9.60 here. And then I'm going to click on that, and that's going to give me your profit, all right? So the SKU is going to be here. So what we need to do is we need to scroll on over and get this number and copy it. And then we're going to paste it over at the store. All right, so now let's go to our store. Well, actually, what I'm going to do right now, because I just made those changes on the price, I'm going to save it. And it's going to resend these updates over to our store. All right? Okay. So that's great. All right. Product has successfully been sent over. That's wonderful. All right, now we're going to go back over to here, and I'm going to click on my refresh button because I want to make sure that it got in there. And I'm going to go to WooCommerce products. I'm going to click on all products. And there it is. So let's see what that looks like on the front end of the website by hitting preview here. Be really careful. You know, if you hit trash on accident, what's great is that it's still over there at Guten, so no harm done. Festive German Shepherd Santa greeting cards. Isn't that cute? I would literally buy one of these. They're so cute. And so everything looks good here. Got all the good stuff in there. So they're going to need to choose some options here. We only gave them one option, so they can only choose the mat. And the size, we're only selling a pack of 10. So that's all that they can do. And then they're going to click add to cart. So that looks pretty pretty darn good if you ask me. And it wasn't too hard. Now we're going to go over to this edit product button up here at the top. It's going to take me back into my back end. There's a couple things I still need to do here. The first thing I need to do is paste that SKU number that I have just picked up. And you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom here. You're going to go to, this is your product data. You're going to go to inventory, and this is going to be the SKU, and you're going to put that in there. And that's what we really need to do. And then we're going to go back up. And now I'm going to put in my product tags from Gemini. Get those for us. Going to give me my product tags here. Control C, bring that over here. Put this in here, and it's going to be Control V, and then add it. You have to make sure that they're separated by commas because the AIs like to put things in bullet format, you know, with bullet points, and the bullet points, you can't send those over here like that. So you have to be sure to tell the AI to do product tags separated by commas. What are product tags? These are for search, okay? So if somebody types in dog holiday cards, your product is going to show up. What's the product going to look like on the web, on Google or on any other one? This is what it's going to look like. It's going to look like this right here. So we have to clean this up a little bit because you can see that it says that we need to do that. This is called a meta description here, okay? And in the meta description, first we need a focus key phrase. Let's see if we got one. I forgot the term key phrase. Here's the meta description is here. See, back over here. And I'm going to put in the meta description here. That's going to go down there. This is really important to do because if you don't do it, then the search engines are not going to pick up your website or your products. So it's super important to do this. And then I'm going to go back and get my focus key phrase. And I'm just going to copy and paste that. Okay. This is too long. It doesn't like it because of the length. So I'm just going to shorten it up. And put a period right there. And that'll change everything. So now we have orange faces instead of bad red faces there. Okay. And let's see. So we did our product tags. We did our SKU. We did our focus key phrase. And we did our meta description. So now this looks really good. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click publish, this publish button. And that's going to put it live on the website. So I'm making this in video form so you guys can go back to the video and look at it if you get caught somewhere or you don't remember what I was talking about. There's two more things I like to do. This is also for search engines. Is I like to do, see this says, here's a complete product listing package tailored for your German Shepherd card. So that's something the AI said that we don't want to put in there. So I'm going to check that. I'm going to go back up here. And I'm going to put this in here, and now I'm going to put in here, I'm going to increase the font on this by going to this paragraph button, go to here, and we want to put that as a number 3, and so it's made it large. Then I'm going to make this one a number 2, a heading number 2, and bring that up a bit, and then we're also going to take out this term, we don't need that in there. Kind of clean up from the AI residual stuff. And then we're going to put this one, make this one bigger, a size 2. And then I'm going to take this one, I'm going to make this one a size 3. Search engines love subheadings. They love, love, love subheadings. So anything else we can put in here? Yeah, I think I'd increase this one too. It's really important, isn't it? Now, if you wanted to, you can, this is just like a regular, writer. So we can bold that, and we can make it bigger. And, these are the different things you can do up here. You can insert a link if you wanted to. Just some basic stuff that you can do here, okay? And so now I'm going to update it one more time. Take one more quick look at this. I want to make sure my SEO meta description looks good. What happened here? Result, desktop result. Here it is. Okay. So yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? That's what it's going to look like on the search engines. Alright, now last but not least, I'm just going to run over here. I'm going to go all the way to the top, and then I can click this right here that says View Product. And see how it looks. Looks pretty good to me. Yeah, that looks alright. Now, I mean, I might clean this up and just put the 5x5 available because that's the only one that we have. And I might also change the mat. I don't know if you guys really want this. If you do want this product, then I'll clean that up a little bit more for you. But okay, so you get the idea. This is how you get a product in your store. Let's go back over to Guten. I want to show you a couple more things over there. If you need to come back and edit any of these products, you can. You can make changes. I think I'm going to definitely need your help if you want to sell these holiday products. I would love for you guys to start spending, the next day or so and helping me add more products in here. I have a lot of questions about that's why I want to show you the website. I have a lot of questions on what images you want on what products and that kind of thing. So when you get a minute, if you can give me a call on the phone, that would be fabulous. And for the most part, I'm just going to show you one last thing over here. When you're done with this, I'm going to show you the shop real quick. Excuse me, I got a cold. So yeah, look at this website, take a look at it, tell me what products you want me to take off. If you want to take them off yourself, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go over here to your dashboard. I am of the mindset to never delete a product, and the reason why is because I've had a lot of experience in the past where I delete a product and then somebody asks me a month later and they go, hey, do you still sell blah blah blah? And I'm like, yeah, I do, but I haven't. And so what I can do is just go ahead and take it and put it into what's called draft, which means it'll take it off of the website, but it's still in my database here. All right, let's see, let's take out, well, if I want to take out any of them, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to this quick edit. I'll show you how to do it. Go quick edit, and under here it says status. You're going to go to draft and click draft. All right, and then when you're done doing that, you have to go down here and click this update button, and that will take it off of the website, but it keeps it in the database. Okay, as you can see, we do have the opportunity to I'll show you where you have the opportunity to delete the product, which is to put it in the trash. And that's how you do it right here. You put that in the trash. If you were to put things in the trash and you didn't mean to, there is going to be a button up here when you have some trash, and it'll say trash, and then you would have to actually delete your trash at that point. So it would still possibly be in the trash bin for you at a later date. All right? So that's about it for now. And thanks for taking the minute, and give me a call. Talk to you soon. Bye.